Shalom. My name is MOREH ISHIYAH Yisrael from the House of Israel in Cincinnati, Ohio, 2330 Kemper Lane, bringing to you in 40 minutes or less. In 40 minutes or less, I will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the word of Yahweh. Who is this Yahweh? Yahweh is the creator of the heaven, the earth, the sea, and all that is therein. Yahweh is the Elohim of our fathers, Abraham, Yitzhak, and Yisrael, whom you may know as Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Yahweh is our judge. Yahweh is our lawgiver. Yahweh is our king, who will save us. Shalom, and praise the mighty Yah. Welcome to another program of 40 minutes or less. In this 40 minutes or less program, we will deal with the science of the light. In this program, lesson number 66, we will prove beyond a shadow of a doubt that one of the most important things that Yahweh will give not only to the heavens, to the earth, and to the sea is called light. They go all over this planet, the world, to try to look for water or some existence of life, and they don't even realize the greatest thing you can find is light itself. Watch what the Creator said about this light in which we're going to deal with. And you'll start reading about this light in Genesis, the first chapter. And as I stated before, we will do all this in 40 minutes or less. In Genesis, the first chapter, the third verse, and Elohim said, "Let there be light." And there was light. And Elohim saw the light that it was good. And Elohim separated the light from the darkness. And Elohim called the light day, and the darkness he called night, and the evening and the morning were the first day. And you will find that even all the way into this very day, this is what we have. We have these days. Where did they come from? How were they made? How were they created? Who formed them? Who made them? Who thought about this great thing called light? Well, Yahweh did. And let me show you this. And I'm going to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt, this light don't come from any type of constellation or anything at all, which is only three, the sun, moon, and the stars, and neither one of them produced this light that we're speaking about called day. Because before there was a sun, before there was a moon, before there was a star, there was this thing called light. Look what the Creator says in the book of Isaiah, the 45th chapter, the 7th verse. I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, Yahweh, do all these things. Yes, Yahweh do all these things. The scientist is not going to tell you this. They're not going to teach you this. And why not? The earth was void. It was empty until Yahweh said, "Let there be light." And he called this light day. And to show you wasn't part of the sun, moon, and the stars, in the book of Genesis, the first chapter, this is what it says. And we're going to read Genesis, the first chapter, the 16th verse. And Elohim made two great lights. The greater light to rule the day, And you know what day is? Day is light. In other words, he made a greater light that shined brighter than even the day itself. The greater light to rule the day, the lesser light to rule the night, and he made the stars also. And Elohim set them in the firmament of heaven to give light upon the earth. And so this sun rules the day as it is today, and the sun and the moon and the stars rules the night as it is this day, as Yahweh told us. Because the scriptures is Yahweh's patent. This patent on what he created is his word. And that's why Yahweh would know details well before anybody even learned these details. This is not details from a man. These are details from the Most High that we're seeing all the way into this very day. Talking about the science of the light. And just to show you how profound this light is and what this light actually means to the inhabitants of the earth, what it means to the heavens, the earth, and the sea. Watch what the Creator says about this great light in the book of Psalms 119. You see this light every single day. And why? Because the light comes from the Hebrew word or, and the light was called Yom. In other words, the light is called day. No wonder you see it every day. That's the very name of the light, day. In the book of Psalms 119, this is what it says. In verse 105, watch what it says. Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light or unto my path. See, that's what the word of Yahweh is. His word is light. The light is his word. The very first word Yahweh spoke and said, let there be light. That was his word. And his word became light for the whole entire heaven, the whole entire earth, upon the sea. And where Yahweh didn't want this light, there was no light. What's in this same Psalm 119? In verse 130, to let you know I'm telling you the truth. Psalms 119 and 130, the entrance of your word gives light. It gives understanding to the simple. So this light contains more than just light itself. This thing gives wisdom. This thing gives understanding. This thing, it gives something to the heaven and the earth and the sea that most people don't understand. And they looking at for everything with the exception of light. Watch this. In the book of Isaiah 42, talking about the science of light. In the book of Isaiah 42, and this is what it says in the very 6th verse. I, Yahweh, have called you in righteousness and will hold your hand and will keep you, talking about his people, and give you for a covenant of the people, for a light of the Gentiles. And why? Because the world need light. Because Yahweh saw the light that it was good. And the light is good. It's made for people who is good. That's what it's made for. And I'm going to show you that. Show you that it's made for good people. Let me show you that right now. In the book of Psalms 97. This is why it's good. In the book of Psalms 97, and watch what it says in the 11th verse. Light is sown for the righteous, and gladness for the upright in heart. That's what light is sown for. That's what it's planted for. That's what it's given for. And gladness for the upright in heart. Going back to Isaiah 42. Not only did Yahweh say he was going to give light unto the Gentiles, but watch what he says. In Isaiah 42 and 16. And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. I will lead them in a path that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them, and the crooked things straight. These things will I do unto them and not forsake them, because that's what light will do. Light will it will break up the darkness that you find yourself in, and it will make the crooked things straight. It takes light to do that. Now, how do I know light is that powerful? Watch this. In the book of Isaiah, the 8th chapter. Show you how powerful the light is. Show you what you got to know about this light. It says in the book of Isaiah, the 8th chapter, the 20th verse, it says, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So why will we take any matters to anyone other than anyone who's speaking the law, who's speaking the testimonies of Yahweh? Because if they're not speaking to the law, if they're not speaking to the testimony, there's no light in them anyway. So why will we concern ourselves with them? Here it is in the book of Isaiah, the 2nd chapter, talking about the science of the light. It says in Isaiah 2, the 5th verse, O house of Yaakov, come you and let us walk in the light of Yahweh. And you got to know what the light of Yahweh is. The light of Yahweh is his word. So how can you walk in that light and you don't know the word of Yahweh? Isaiah the 9th chapter, talking about the science of the light. Here it is. The 2nd verse. The people that walked in darkness have seen a great light. And what was this great light? Was it the sun? Was it the moon? Was it the stars? They that dwell in the land of the shadow of death, upon them has the light shined. And what light? The light that Yahweh sown for the righteous. And people don't know this light yet. They haven't been told about this light yet. But this, what Yahweh said he's going to do for those who this light has shined upon. Watch what it says. Isaiah 49. In the book of Isaiah 49, this is what it says. And we're going to start reading at the 6th verse. And he said, it is a light thing that you should be my servant, to raise up the tribes of Jacob and to restore the preserves of Israel. I will also give you for a light to the Gentiles, that you may be my salvation unto the end of the earth. In other words, this light will rest upon the people even to give salvation. That's how magnificent this light is. But it gets better. It gets better. Watch this. Show you how much better it gets with this light. Isaiah 51. Since we're in Isaiah. And this is what it says. The 4th and 5th verse. Listen unto me, my people. Give ear unto me, O nation. For a law shall proceed from me, and I will make my judgment to rest for a light of the people. My righteousness is near. My salvation has gone forth. My arm shall judge the people. The isles shall wait upon me, and on my arm shall they trust. And why? Because it will rest for a light of the people. Isaiah 58, talking about this light. The science of the light. It was sown for the righteous. It was formed and made and designed by the Creator. You thought it just was light for the earth. But little did you know, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. Watch what it says. Show you what else this light will do. What it was made for. Isaiah 58 and 8, this is what it says. We'll start at 7. Is it not to deal your bread to the hungry, and that you bring the poor that are cast out to your house? When you see the naked, thou shalt cover him, and that you hide not yourself from your own flesh. Then shall your light break forth as the morning. Your health shall spring forth speedily. And why? Because you're full of light now. Your righteousness shall go before you, because light was sown for the righteous. The glory of Yahweh shall be your rear guard. That's why. This is what you got to learn about the light. Watch the 10th verse. And if you draw out your soul to the hungry, satisfy the afflicted soul, then shall your light rise in obscurity, and your darkness be as the noonday. And what is obscurity? In other words, your light will rise when you see no light. When you need the light. When everything is obscure. But you have light. And last but not least, talking about the science of the light and what Yahweh brought this light for. Here it is in the book of Isaiah 60. And this is what it says in the first verse. Arise, shine, for your light is come. And what is that? His word. And the glory of Yahweh is risen upon you, because it will cause you to become light. Watch the third verse. And the Gentiles shall come to your light, and the kings to the brightness of your rising. Watch the 19th verse. The sun shall be no more your light by day. What? Neither brightness shall the moon give light to you, but Yahweh shall be to you an everlasting light, and your Elohim, your glory. Your sun shall no more go down, neither shall your moon withdraw itself. For Yahweh shall be your everlasting light, and the days of your mourning shall be ended. And who is that for? Watch the 21st verse. Your people also shall be all righteous. What do you think light was sown for? The righteous. No wonder the light will not remove itself. They shall inherit the land forever, the branch of my planting, the work of my hands, that I may be glorified. And furthermore, watch this. No wonder this is one of the greatest songs in the scriptures. And it's Psalms 27. And watch what it says in the book of Psalms 27. The very first verse. Yahweh is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? Yahweh is the strength of my life. Of whom shall I be afraid? No one. Because once Yahweh is your light, who can be your darkness? And Yahweh is your light. The science of the light. And just last but not least, in the book of Psalm 112, this is what it says in the 4th verse. Unto the upright there rises light in the darkness. He is gracious, full of compassion, and righteous. Hallelujah. The science of the light. Until our next lesson. Yahweh love you, and so do I. Shalom.